Hi, my name's Kim. I'm from RoguePlay Theatre, and I would like to tell you a little bit about RoguePlay and how we began. So RoguePlay started nearly 14 years ago, and we started as a small two-hander that was touring around small festivals and venues, very local and based in the UK. And then over the last 14 years, we have developed our practice and developed our concepts of the way that we make work and how we make work and why we make work. And so now we tour all over the world with various different pieces. How we decided to go down the route of global issues was actually grown out of personal issues and personal backgrounds. So after spending quite a few years developing pieces of work and then getting older and going through your own experiences, we felt like we could speak more to the heart and more about things that are important. So a lot of our work is about climate issues, and our indoor work in particular is about women's empowerment and issues that affect women in particular. And those have all been born out of something very personal to ourselves. One of our shows, Mother Tree, for example, was born out of my experience of motherhood so far, and also the connection of the trees in the forests and the mycelium networks and how they speak to each other, and how trees have little villages and communities, and just like mothers do, and look after their young as well in the same way. So a lot of our work is very personal. When we perform, especially when we're performing in areas of multiple deprivation or areas that don't see lots of arts participation, it feels very meaningful, the way that you connect with an audience member when you're talking about something that is a global issue. You can take it anywhere in the world and you can speak to anybody, and everybody can have a response to it and a personal response to it. And I think that that is the power of artwork. How we came across Rainforest Foundation UK was when we started to create our current piece of work, which is Forests. Forests is about the displacement of Indigenous peoples through the destruction of the rainforest. And so having done some research, you didn't have to look very far to find the Rainforest Foundation UK, and then looking through a lot of the work that the Rainforest Foundation do and the papers that have been written and the multitude of resources that's on the Rainforest Foundation website, it felt like a really good fit for the show to be able to advocate for a particular charity, but also that the work of the charity that's actually working on the ground and having huge impact with the people who are based in the forest and the people who should remain the custodians of the forest really spoke to the work itself. So it informed the work quite a lot, and it felt like a really natural partnership. So Forests itself is based on this 5-metre willow tree. We had the willow tree woven by 2 local willow artists, and we chose willow because of the sustainability of the product and how much carbon it absorbs and how quickly it grows, and all the kind of amazing qualities of willow, and the spirals and what it looks like in its form, that it looks really ancient and old, like it holds a lot of stories. And the piece itself contains poetic narrative that is based on various different cultures from around the world where trees are really prominent in their sort of cultural history, and the medicinal properties and the communicative properties of trees. And we've been touring it around the UK and further afield, so in Europe, and also it involves workshops for young people and families afterwards. The importance of forest for us is about the connection between what we are doing on stage and the audience members, and how they connect to what we do and how they feel about an issue that isn't necessarily close to home. So it brings it closer to home, but it also brings about small changes that each person is able to make. So such as the use of bamboo products like toilet paper or printer paper, those kind of small incremental changes that hopefully over time can sow seeds and lead to bigger change, or lead to signing petitions or giving money to charities like the Rainforest Foundation, or advocating their local government, or whatever it might be, that can start and sow a seed and lead to a bigger action. And so for us, allowing audiences to not only watch it but then also experience it, come onto the set afterwards, chat with us, look around and feel the tree. They can kind of work their way around the tree, they can walk on the roots, you know, they get to interact with the tree, and that all generates a lot more meaningful connection between them and the nature of the product. And it feels really nice to be able to deliver a message that you feel is close to your heart, something that you really care about. I think all I would add is that in the UK there's an amazing diversity of audiences, so from ethnicity to disability to age, gender. So we have been able to connect with so many different ages and different people through the diversity of the demographic of the UK. And I think that with the content of the piece and the displacement of Indigenous peoples and how the piece is played out between the three characters, really speaks to some of those audiences, because they come from a lot of diverse places.